Welcome back. And yes, you got it right. Janet is in the house. Janet Adetu, etiquette coach. Good morning.
Good morning, Auntie. Good morning, Yota. How are you?
Didn't know we had etiquette too for driving.
We're talking road safety today.
But let's remember Happy Children's Day tomorrow. Let's remember that.
And Happy Democracy Day on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, yes, absolutely. That's true.
No, that was happy living.
Yes, of course. Now, driving. A lot of us learned driving 10 years, some 20 or more years ago. And a lot of things that were taught then have gone out of the window 40 years ago. Ouch. Yeah, but then that's it. And you wonder why driving culture today is still... There's a need for us to pay attention to it because it's getting bad. It's really getting bad. And I'm going to start off with, road safety driving. I mean, honestly speaking, it's something that, if we don't get it right, the young ones too are coming with their habits as well. I'm going to start off with inside the car. The rubbish that we keep in the car, from empty bottles to empty food containers, sweet wrappers, crumbs, biscuits, even loose paper, old newspapers, gum, combs, brushes, makeup, all over the chair. And there's need for us to really pay attention to how we keep the car clean. Now, is your car home away from home? Or does it look like, excuse me to say, like a pigsty? Because sometimes, you get so many things all over the car and you just don't pay attention to it. And it's not just the inside of the car. Sometimes the state of the car on the outside is even not worthy as well. And honestly speaking, you might not have the time to wash your car or take it to the car wash. And even at that too, it depends on what your standards are. I've seen some drivers not bother washing the car every morning. They pick and choose when they want to wash it. Sometimes it looks clean, but it is dirty. So it's a culture that you need to, try to say, like, for example, once every or twice every or every day, you're going to clean your car in and out, and it's something that you have to make as part of a living, because the state of your car tells you the kind of person that you are. To be honest, it tells a bit about your personality.
Some people
like your office desk.
Precisely. Your space in general.
Yes.
Your space in general, how clean it is or how dirty it is, tells you a lot about your personality and the things that you take for granted and the detail that you tend to overlook. But when it comes to really driving culture now about respecting other people on the road. I'm going to say, don't throw rubbish out of the window, because people tend to do that quite a bit. No unfortunate spitting, which we do see.
Most cars come with air conditioning these days, so you really can't be spitting out of the car as you please.
You'd be surprised what you
wind down to spit out, and then you wind up again.
Yeah, you've had a funny cough, and your throat is choking, and the nearest
thing you want to do... Spit into your tissue.
Yeah, that's the idea.
How many vehicles have tissue in them?
Yes, how many vehicles keep little hygienic things like your tissue?
I guess if you're watching Channels TV now, watching this program, you should have a box of tissue in your car.
Absolutely. Box of tissue is important. Some hand wipes are also important. Don't keep bottled water in the car. Of course, we say that a lot. But I want to say, if somebody makes you angry as you're driving, just ignore them. Don't bother winding down. Don't even get into any road rage. Say nothing. Some of them will even do rude signs to you. Again, ignore them. Because you just want to get on your way. Yeah, you don't want to upset yourself for the day, right?
Let me tell you a story. So I was coming to work early in the morning.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of traffic. So I'm on the edge, as in edge. So I'm going. And this usually I'm supposed to give way to traffic on my left.
Right.
But this is my right. So I'm not watching that way. I'm seeing that I'm on the edge.
Someone's trying to overtake you.
And this guy kept coming. I was just going my way, and my hand was on the horn. So he kept coming until he brushed me and came in front of me.
Oh dear.
Wow.
And then he jumped down. That I want to kill him.
Oh dear.
I want to knock him out so that the other people can kill him. And I was like,
what did you do?
I'm sure he's watching right now. And I said, I am tired of you Nigerians. He said, yes, that's why you want to kill me. And I was like, I shouldn't have said anything.
Right.
But you know the funny thing? I looked at this boy's face. He looked like a classmate of mine in secondary school.
Wow.
But at that point, he was too angry to say anything, and I didn't say anything.
Wow.
Well, it took another colleague to come. But what I'm saying is, that point of give way to traffic on your left, and then seeing that someone, I wasn't seeing him. I was just maintaining my lane, and apparently it was coming. So me, I was honey, guy, don't scratch me. And he eventually did and came in front of me.
And you must have been wondering, why were you trying to overtake me on
I
the
didn't
right?
realize actually I was on my right.
Right.
Until I left that, because a policeman came and told him, you are wrong.
Absolutely.
He said, no, we have to go to the police station. I mean, I was racing to come to.
So can you imagine if you now got into a brawl with him? You'd be there all day long,
Yep.
upset your day, you become totally unproductive, and at the end of the day, nothing achieved.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing achieved.
So road
And
rage
that's
doesn't
it.
pay.
Yeah, it doesn't pay. So most times, just ignore, because sometimes, you know, even in road rage, some people can get extremely violent, and you don't know where they're coming from, and you don't know what baggage they're carrying either.
You don't know
so
where they're
you need
coming
to
from, what their frustrations have been that morning or that day.
A lady almost wanted to hit me some time ago, and when I said, "Madam, what's happening?" She said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." She said she had just lost her brother. So she was really thinking. So you need to be thinking about other people as you're driving for yourself. Drive
And
for
some
the
of them
other
are
person.
angry with you because
Yeah.
one of the things that guy said was, and you call yourself a public figure.
Oh wow! So he knew you then.
Oh.
Oh dear. Okay. So road rage again, and then again, as you're respecting other people while you're driving, the art of zebra crossing is one thing that we need to get right.
No, we don't do that.
No, some people are driving on the road while you are even crossing the zebra crossing. There is no patience to wait for you to cross. When you see zebra crossing, you need to literally stop, wait for people to pass.
But Janet, we haven't been educated about
The use.
pedestrians crossing.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I mean, people don't stop because they don't know.
Yes.
I mean,
So
I'm
you
sure the
wonder-
Danford driver will ask you, what's in
What
then
is
draw
that?
all this line here for? Why then they waste paint?
But it means that we
You
need
know?
to emphasize it while going to driving school, that listen, it's not just the use of the vehicle, it is the use of the road. So while you're on the road, while you're learning your traffic, your signs,
road signs.
these is a major one, because you can kill somebody if you're not careful.
What about the checkered box? That yellow box in the middle.
Yeah,
of
you're
the-
not supposed to stop in that as well.
Offside.
Yeah.
The moment someone goes into it, you're supposed to wait, but
Yes,
no.
absolutely. So there are things that we really need to understand. But then again, look at it. Driving etiquette itself. We need to be mindful of speed. You know, many a times you see a road that looks free, you don't bother about the speed limit on that road, and because it's free, there's a tendency for you to just drive, you know, and drive recklessly. Again, sometimes in residential areas, you will see free roads.
Yeah.
But then again, there are speed limits for residential areas which you have to abide by, because a child can come out from anywhere. And many a times, a lot of accidents actually happen within estates because the roads are free and people are driving along them, but they're not taking cognizance or abiding by the speed limit, which is really dangerous. Again, talking about speed, sometimes you're on a particular road and you're driving too slow. So even driving slow in a particular area where you have to be at a certain,
Like
speed,
on a highway.
On a highway, you can't be driving slow on a highway because you will obstruct other cars.
But there's supposed to be a lane for
Then
those.
there is a slow lane as well. So when you're on a slow lane, you still maintain a certain speed.
The
on a
trailer
particular
drivers
highway.
don't know anything about slow lane or fast lane.
Unfortunately,
The trailers
we need
and
to-
trucks are always on the
Absolutely.
fast lane.
Yeah, and the distance as well. You know, well, where we are today, there's a lot of tailgating because there's not much we can do about it. Go slow, as they call it, and that means you are right behind the other
Bumper
car.
to bumper.
But yeah, bumper to bumper. But you're supposed to leave a distance of 1 car between you and the car in front of you, or at least if you don't get that right,
Oh,
you should be
dear.
able to see the
Number
tires,
plate,
the
or
back
the-
tires
back tires.
of the other car. That's the right distance. Otherwise, if that car in front of you stops suddenly, there's a high likelihood that you're going to bash that car, unfortunately.